Hello. The world is an unending nightmare, and the only thing that I feel like I can do about that for myself or anybody who happens to listen is so here's some more of that. I have to do more than hope for. I need to be able to trust you to see my whole brokenness and do most often what collects up the disparate parts and kiss them back to structure. If your language is soft and your poetry smooth, you can move with my heavenly body. High priest, have honor. I am a despised goddess, blasphemed in my most sacred temples. Have mercy on me. Be good to me. What if I just let things flow like wordy ink from my subconscious? It's so hard to make myself write, so here I am to do it automatic. I like to feel free and easy breezy. Take those words out of marketed politic mouths because we're making way for extinction. I'm on the brink of something, so why am I stuck? I keep wanting other people to want me, and then they don't. What do I do? This isn't pretty, but I guess I don't have to publish or do anything but just be. My handwriting gets a little extra messy right here because I just woke up when I wrote this one. Okay, let's see. The dream that carried me through the night was of escaping forced marriage with my real love. And when we were faced with the nightmares of survival, how did the mirror overcome? Change. Heart lines to follow. Love poems are penned to you daily. There is never a shortage of romance surrounding you. Have you ever seen a wildflower wink its head at you in the dying light? You aren't just a something there, that's for you. The universe delights to delight you. You. Wish I could, where I see them leafing, rip out the pages of every unfinished book in stacks in my mind so I could reorganize their shuffling pages to sound the whisper I can't quite catch with the sob in my throat I choke on. Why can't I do this? Why can't I write like it feels like I'm supposed to? Maybe the supposition's a ghost, and since the preposition of my tangled hair is shambles, maybe I just haven't the right to want anything. My wishes are spent. Oh, shut up with the vehicular drivel. I can't hear myself think. There are no visions behind my eyes. I wish I were really crazy so I'd have something to dream about that's not another heap of disappointing deaths. With what breath I have left, what can I do but move my bones this way or that or pause for a moment? What do I hear? What must I do? Be! She screams. Keep your instruments handy and your tools sharp. Me, when. I'm not begging sharply for a crust of bread. We all need nourishment, and the planet is covered in survival, so rise up against the gods of never enough and be satisfied. The horn of plenty blows golden from Apollo's lips, and sweet slumber end of day is a huntress in the moonlight, a sister, mother, unabandoned, and yet unruined, and yet free, free, free. Golden edifice, artifice or not, we abandon the gods we build up to their own devices, and our anger at their doing is unjustified. They are ourselves, and we do know better. Pluck up, O man. Pluck your courage to place of sacred notion where warfare is of the mind and therefore not inconsequential. But the god warrior knows to keep blood inside the heart and head, that she bleeds plenty living knowledge for you, not need of take, and you are not. But pleasure is not over, power is within and shared more delicious. Here's how to remove money from greed. Recall your cooperative instincts, surface them, and act out of compassion. There is no untrue compassion, just as there can be no real God. The nature of the thing is the undefined knowing. Knowledge is no more natural corruptant than manufactured pollution, so scrap it all quickly to save your humanity from itself. Reason does not permit greed. Be absurd in your loveliness, temporal in generosity, and aware in power. Make amends and don't choke on them. The balking of chickens is a red tide of sound, but look into their eyes and you will know their soul has wings too. Turn the wind, play the tides, sweep the atmosphere, clean the skies. Your scream feelings are but a whisper to the ocean of storm. Let the elements change you. Be reborn. It's funny, really. You think you're all arguing for different things. You think your aim is opposing directions. You think linearity is real. Ha! Not so. Real is unreality, and your aims run counter to order, so chaos steps in and takes care of the details. You are so small. No matter how big your buildings or their refuse piles, you will never be bigger than an anthill or a tree. You're arguing for the same thing over and over, and you're getting it, but because you hearken to the disagreeing above reason or very simple humanity, instead of seeing that you actually agree with one another, you trick yourself into rather preferring not to see that others have sight. The impudence of a write-off classification of a categorically human person is absolutely maddening. Do you hear me? Maddening. You can't begin to imagine if you're the finger pointer with the big thumb. So if I bite mine before I try to explain to you your hypocrisy, you'll have to forgive the smarting. I'd beg to disagree, but begging disagrees with me, and that's Fiona Apple. If art may only be a product by your rules, then when I eat a banana and think about class struggles, I wonder now, who's classifying whom? 100 years of solitude or a happy death for Sisyphus. I can't do much to help you if your hounds are breathing down my neck, so while that slender yellow fruit is still sitting on my desk, I might as well turn my back and love them. Let me kiss their fur and put them to rest. There may be no proven advantage of psychiatric illness to creativity, but we're all out here living through something, so maybe it would do you some good to be confused by something every once in a while. It could stand, your perspective, to be expanded every once in a while, or maybe more often than that, till it fits the whole world. But now here's the tough part. You'll need to expand it even further, to the state of semi-permeability, if your defenses are ever to come down far enough to do yourself, and therefore the world, some real good. Boundaries are definitive to the human experience, and looking to what's beyond them is often more than we can bear without deep introspection, and there's no map through the cave. All you have is your lantern and the impulse to be brave. This is by Hilda Otsby from The Key to Creativity. According to one report, authors are 10 times more likely to suffer from bipolar disorder than the rest of the population. The figure is even higher for poets, 40 times greater than average. Who's suffering? All of us. Who's categorizing? Them who make us. How many verses of poetry are lost to your smooth-faced asylums of misery? All you've chosen not to hear anyway already. The duality of your crisis, in fact, is a delusion of your very rational mind making itself out to be, what, better than me? Funny, funny, funny. And that's where I'll leave you for today. Love ya!